merch shop, and Patreon if you wish to support me.
Video time, enjoy!
I made a mistake. I said Summon Beast was a good pick on my Gloomstalker video a long time ago, but the truth is it's a trap option. Oops. Welcome to Pack Tactics. Time to correct myself. First thing you should know, material components. This has a price tag worth at least 200 gold. That's quite an investment for tier 1 play. Rangers are trying to get half play at this point, so unless you're rich, this can be a problem by itself. The Druids, on the other hand, has a better case because the spell is viable to them. When you use the component, you'll still keep the component, so it's a one-time pay. At least it has that going for it, but overall, the price tag is really the glaring issue, and we'll talk about that later. Anyways, Summon Beast, action, 90-foot range, 1 hour duration. You call forth a spiritual beast. It manifests in an unoccupied space that you can see within range. This corporeal form uses the spiritual beast stat block. When you cast the spell, choose an environment, air, land, or water. The creature resembles an animal of your choice that is native to the chosen environment, which determines certain traits in its stat block. The creature disappears when it drops to 0 hit points, or when the spell ends. The creature is an ally to you and your companions. In combat, the creature shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. It obeys your verbal commands, no action required by you. If you don't issue any, it takes a dodge action and uses its move to avoid danger. Upcast makes it have more AC and HP, and does more damage, and lastly do more attacks potentially. Air Summon gets Flyby. The beast doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach. Land and Water gets Pack Tactics. The beast has advantage on an attack roll against a creature if at least one of its beast's allies is within 5 feet of the creature, and the ally isn't incapacitated. Land gets Climb speed of 30 feet, Air gets Fly speed of 60 feet, and Water gets Swim speed of 30 feet. If these beasts were medium-sized creatures, then these benefits would have been a big deal. Only druids and rangers get this spell, so straight out, I hope we all agree that upcasting for this isn't worth the investment when these classes get conjure animals later on anyways, so I'm not going to talk about upcasting. Since it's a second level cast, we're talking about one attack, so let's calculate the DPR. We start with level 4 druid with point buy. The druid increases their wisdom at 4th level, so they have 18 wisdom total. Air Beast versus a creature with 14 AC is 55% to hit, 6 DPR. Land and Water Beasts with Pack Tactics versus a creature with 14 AC is 80% to hit, 8.83 DPR. Compare this to Hex and it's basically double the amount of damage. The DPR for the creature is lower on a ranger because they can't afford to increase their wisdom, so you'll see something like this. This is best case where I assume the ranger started with 14 wisdom and is level 4 by the way. These beasts also have other actions because it's a creature. It can block things, dodge, grapple, and do the help action. Sounds good. So what's the problem besides the price? Let's summon a simple land creature and take a look. Camouflaged as a swamped log, the crocodile slowly blinks its yellowed reptilian eyes as it gauges the odds of taking you for a roll under its brackish water of its home. And then, suddenly, rah, it snags you and pulls you down. Hi, this is my watery home. This video is sponsored by Describe, where you can get professionally written box descriptions of basically everything. Thousands of scenes. Describe detailed Gator's home, and they called it the Undead Swamp to make it dramatic and scary. You can easily use this on Roll20 and other VTTs. Mouse over points of interest on the map to read descriptions to your players. Look, Gator, they described your home. An acrid odor rises from the twilit fence. A brackish mingling of rot and refuse. That sounds like a lovely place to live. By the way, why is the lawnmower still here? But Kobold, it's new, remember? I don't want to throw it out. Gator, it doesn't work because it's in the water. Does Describe have a scene about lawnmowers? No, but with Hero Tier, you can make a request about it and turn the lawnmower into a monster like a mimic. This idea fits perfectly for something like Call of Cthulhu 7th Edition. Imagine mowing down your players with this beast. Quite the scene. The players will remember it for years. I highly recommend you check it out, and if you do, please press the link in the description. That helps me too. describe.com/packtactics. And if you like what you see, they hope to earn your subscription. Use the code PACKTACTICS at the checkout to get 10% off of your first payment. That's PACKTACTICS in one word, by the way. Back to the video. Here we have the Land Gator, 13 AC and 30 HP. You see, it's climbing a tree. This is clearly a Land Gator. The AC is very low. If the enemy has, let's say, a +5 attack, that's a 65% to hit. Chances are very high this beast will die in about 2 to 3 enemy actions. A good example of this is just to throw a veteran at the creature and just watch. That's actually good for level 3 to 4 progression, but the price tag itself tips it to a point where you're not getting your money's worth simply because at level 5, players become twice as powerful. So as a result, the encounters become twice as powerful. That means the beast will get one-shotted all the time, and it does even less DPR than I originally showed. Like, I'm expecting like 5.47 DPR from the Druid at this point, or 8.31 DPR with advantage. It's even lower on the Ranger. Let's forget about the Ranger and just focus on the Druid. If it's not good on the Druid, then it's not good on a Ranger. The beast can tank about as much damage as a 4th level Cure Wounds would heal a fighter taking those attacks instead. Let's say that fighter has 18 AC. That's substantially higher AC than the beast. So something that deals 30 damage on average to the beast only deals about 22.5 average damage to the fighter. Now imagine the casters walking around with 24 AC or higher. Do you see the problem? Basically, to sum up the Summon Beast package, this is a 4th level Cure Wounds combined with 1st level baseline damage. It's good at level 3 and 4 and that's it. You might argue it's the same for Conjure Animals. The wolves, for example, will get one-shotted too. That's correct. However, there's 8 of them, and that makes it significantly harder to get rid of. And lastly, their collective DPR is huge. Here's 8 wolves versus a creature with 16 AC, 45% to hit, 3.63 DPR. Now times that by 8 and you get 29.1 DPR. This assumes pack tactics because chances are very high you're going to get it. Anyways, that 29.1 is almost 6 times the damage compared to the beast. Sure, they all die to Fireball, but this spell can bait fireballs! No way will Summon Beast bait a fireball. This summon doing a 5.47 DPR is not worth a fireball. Summon Beast at higher levels is like casting Cure Wounds at a downed level 1 player, knowing they will just go down again. It's not exactly the same though. The Beast is actually worse because it's more expensive of a cast, and it's not a player. So like, who cares about the Beast? The Air Beast has more survivability with it having flyby, but it doesn't have pack tactics and well, 20 HP. I don't know if this is better than the other options. It depends. I don't really have anything to say about it except it can default kill things. Even with this spell at its best at level 3 and 4, it's not a 5-star rating like Spike Growth and Pass Without Trace. This is a 3-star, and it's really because of that price tag. If the DM removes the tag, then it's a 4-star. Then once you hit 5th level and up, the spell quickly takes a nosedive to 2 or 1-star rating. It's all over the place really. Shout out to Moonsilver. He's really why this video exists. He convinced me. Now we're at the end of the video, which brings us to a concern I have. I think everyone agrees that this is the best summon spell out of Tasha's. And these summons were well received by mostly everyone. Conjure Animals is not well received at all, sadly, even though it's an epic spell. It's the reason why you play Druids, a standout to throw a jungle at the enemies and watch Mother Nature just destroy everything in its path. Super cool. But I don't know if this spell will survive 5.5. It might get nerfed to the ground or removed completely. So I'm praying to Pun nothing changes. All the summons from Tasha's are bad. Summon Beast is the best one. An upcasting Summon Beast with +1 AC increase and +5 HP boost isn't enough. Neither is that 4th level cast for extra attack. The druid can turn people into giant apes at that point, so it's a lost cause. But time will tell if Conjure Animal survives or not. Me and Describe hope to earn your subscription. Yes, a reminder, please check them out. I think they're incredibly optimal. Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.